Hello, everyone. I am New Reactor, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be talking about The Warning, a Mexican band of three sisters that I was exposed to during the pandemic. Um, First thing that I saw by them was Evolve over here. But I saw only the introduction. I didn't actually see the whole video. Um, I must say I wasn't. Um, I like the music. Actually, the music caught my attention, but the video, um, I would say, it's not the best introduction probably for people, at least not people like me. And I love the video now, but then I just didn't go back and watch the rest of it. And I didn't run into the warning until maybe a month or two later when I was searching for some information on a warning light in a certain context, and I ended up with "Show Me the Light" by The Warning. So there you go. Um, and I loved what I saw. So let's take a look at it. I'll be adding some information, maybe a little bit of analysis, my first impression that I recall, and if you have any information, additional information, or anything I'm saying is not correct, I'm more than happy to read your comments. Please do comment. And yeah, I've been around for a little bit, so with TWA, so I've seen probably most of their content, including fan-made stuff and interviews and things like that. But there's always new information. There's always stuff that can be corrected or is interesting. And I love sharing just generally music with people, even if I know the music already. If you listen to it with somebody else, it always feels different a little bit. And maybe also when you're selecting, for example, music to show to somebody, then you start thinking about the music in a completely different way. So, so that's for the intro here. If you would like to support me, you can do so on Ko-fi or buy me a coffee. The links are below in the description. Um, and if you want to subscribe or give me a thumbs up, that would help me. And thank you if you do so. And let's get on with um, the analysis.
Take my pain and despair and throw it away. Let them starve by themselves, let them decay. We don't need them anymore. We crumble to the ground, we'll build ourselves up. When we're lost, we'll be found. Please don't give up on the things that we will have. Tell me how it feels like.
So this was practically the first thing that I saw here, and so I saw uh, a very clean stage with three performers. a very clean guitar, bass that sounds like it's probably fretless, uh, and a lead singer in the corner, which was a little strange. I also noticed there is a drum kit with the band's logo, so probably not something that was from the band before or after. So I'm thinking, okay, so that's actually their gig. They both the guitar player and bass player seem to be in their own universe, and the lead singer is singing her heart out. Um, so yeah, I was amazed at the sound. It's very professional. Everything. Um, One thing that I notice is that the stage is very clean and has no wedge monitors, meaning that I would probably have in-ear monitors, which is also something that a professional band would have. They And you can actually see the bass player. I know her name's Ali now, Ali. But I didn't know that then, and I saw the in-ear monitor there, and so that's great because there's three things that the in-ear monitors will do for you. One, you can probably select what you want to hear, and people probably think you want to mostly hear yourself. That's not necessarily the case. You probably want to hear, you probably would be playing with a click, so you want to hear the click very clearly, and you probably want to hear yourself plus another instrument that you're locking in uh, sound wise with. So let's say the drummer would be and bass player would be listening to each other and so on. Um, that's one thing. That's the monitoring part. The other part is a time sync where over a distance about I don't know 20-25 feet. If you're on a larger scale, you start hearing a delay between the sound sources. So if you're listening to a bass amp that's on the other end of the stage, you start dragging and everybody starts slowing down and so on, and it gets just worse the bigger the stage, in the stadium. It's just a mayhem if you don't have in-ears, and if they don't have compensation, actually they probably have sound systems that will compensate for the time delay. Otherwise, when you're sitting on the other end, you probably hear just your everything is out of sync that you see and what that you hear. But anyway, that's a tangent here. The third function of it is ear protection as well, because they don't have too much gear on there, and probably it's not. It can get loud in there, but especially for practicing and so on, you want to be practicing with the in-ears that you get used to using them, and you can protect your hearing as well, right? So it is something to get used to, because you may feel a little claustrophobic or like underwater or something, because you don't hear your environment. In some cases, you can have mics that pick up the room or the stage, right? So that's usually done on large stages where you hear actually the audience. But anyway, so that's a tangent. So right there, professional gear, professional performance, right? Um, yeah, the guitar sound is gorgeous. The bass is amazing. The the singing is great. The piano is very percussive. is very uh, rhythm setting along with the bass, sort of with the and syncing with the guitar. So it's all very locked in. So that was my first impression. Let's listen some more.
Tell me how it feels like take off your disguise. Show me the lie. Break me down into your level. Make me your rebel, the stealer of your heart. Stealth away, tear searches, try not to look back. Let's be free, show the world, turn not right. What we need is what we have. The two of us, it's enough, let's make our way. Let's forget yesterday, start over again. Take me far.
So here I'm just interrupting it for a second here. So in the previous section, I sort of it's a funny little story. I overheard it as "Let's spaghetti yesterday," which is naturally not the text and not the lyrics that they're singing. It says, "Let's forget yesterday." But ever since, whenever I hear it there. So hopefully, I don't spoil it for you if you now starts hearing it there as well. So it's somewhere.
Is what we have. The two of us, it's enough, let's make our way. Let's forget yesterday, start over again. Take me far, don't think it twice. Tell me how it feels like take off your disguise. Show me the lie. Break me down into your level. Make me your rebel. Hold me, please, never leave. I need the daily poisoning. Your words so deep, cut into me. Whispers so loud they're deafening. Hold me, please, never leave. I need the daily poisoning. Your words so deep, cut into me. Whispers so loud they're deafening.
So I interrupted before the solo starts. Yeah, it's just the vocals are amazing. The harmonies there, and it's just like you. Yeah, I may have already mentioned that they seem to be each in their own world and sort of just going with the ethereal nature of the song, and that's what you want. You want the whatever the mood of the song is. You want the musicians to just concentrate on that and not on the technical stuff. So they must have practiced, like you see, like years and years and years of hard work there. Um, and so I was um talking about, I was mentioning the amplifier there, and so let's take a brief look at what Danny's doing there. And so her Ricktune Spearfish, I didn't know that then. I just saw a funky looking guitar with four pegs up top and two down, and fan frets on a sixth string, which was a little strange to me. But uh, mm, so and the reason why it was strange is that typically you would have it with the guitars that you tune down a lot, or they have a lot of strings, so they are low strings and high strings. Then the fret distances are kind of don't match. It's a long story with tension, length of the string, and thickness, or more specifically mass, like the weight for length. So if you have all the strings in from the same material, then you can talk about thickness. But bottom line is that, yeah, it's a fancy guitar. A little surprising that you would go into trouble of learning to use one on a six string, because it does take a little bit of getting used to, because the fingering is different, and your stretches may be quite different as well, because you are reaching you're just reaching different distances. Um, she's got quite she's got a gorgeous sound. So the pedals must be doing something. Um, there's quite a few of those. That orange kind of little bit piqued my curiosity there, because typically you would use that if you're just plugging in straight up, because that's got one channel, probably just a distorted one. You probably want to make it, crunchy, the typical sound like the tube over, so practically a high gain and so on, that you get the specific kind of distortion on it. So when you have a pedal board in front of it, and you feed that into it, you probably that's it, like you can't get a clean sound out of it. So you probably don't want any distortion at the amplifier or stage if you have a pedal board, right? So when you're selecting amplifiers, you probably want to think about that. Now, Danny's now using something called Pedal Baby, which is just a power amp, and it's pretty neutral. She plugs in the pedal board, and plays it on stage just for her to feel the sound. It's not for real audio going from the stage. For that, she plugs in to the front of the house, to the PA, right? So the same as the mics and the keyboard and so on would, right? So yeah, that's just an observation. I suspect it's because she's got the amp, and that's what she has, right? So she set it up at home, and yeah, takes it with her on stage. So at this point in time, right? So that's what she's doing. But probably later on, she also got a digital Kemper or something like that. I know she was playing with the Line 6 as well for a little bit. In terms of the bass, so that's a Mustang, that's a Fender Mustang short scale bass that is perfect for Ali, that looks like 11, 12 years old, right? And she's you can see that relaxed hand there, beautiful kind of posture that every classical music teacher would be pleased about. And that's practically what you do in the first few years of classical training, if you will. You would get the foundations, right? You would get a posture and a routine and sight reading, like things like that. So like you could see that they had some training, if not directly classical, then some comparable training. So and the piano is played really well. A very rhythmical, percussive sound, but not overwhelming, not standing out, but keeping keeping time with the bass, like in sync, which makes complete sense. That those two sisters must be locked in 100%, right, for years and years. So yeah, no, that's I was smitten right there, right? Like I was like, oh, and then the solo came, right?
Tell me how it feels like. Tell me how it feels like. Tell me how it feels like. Take off your disguise. Show me the light. Bring me down into your level. Make me your rebel. The stealer of your heart. Please never leave. I need the day. The stealer of your heart so deep. Come into me. Whisper so loud. The stealer of your heart.
So this is quite this is quite the solo is amazing, right? I'm trying to get rid of the ads here. There we go. That's better. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is that, yeah, the solo is like you see every tone has a meaning, and she didn't count how many tones she can play per measure of time. Like seems to be the trend, you know. But you make them count, and that's definitely what she did. Like, just beautiful. And then towards the end, they start singing, and that's something different, right? You can feel the sister kind of a connection there. It's sort of like a sort of polyphonic composition there, where there are overlapping melodies. That so I particularly like Ali's voice stood out uh, uh, from from the harmonies, in that it was sort of grounding, um, where you had the passionate power voice, and then the strong sort of Danny voice, and Ali's voice was like just a different texture that was perfect. I love the lyrics. The lyrics are very poetic, and one of the few sort of uplifting songs that they had. They had more like a more of a darker repertoire in those days. But this was definitely showing me the light, so to speak. Yeah. In terms of the composition, I'm not a composer. I have some basic I have foundations in music and in composition, but I'm no expert. The same with the technical stuff. I am no gizmo guru, but I have some background in electrical engineering and in different things in music production, stuff like that. None of that is professional, but it sort of tickles my brain. All these things, right? That's just something, and I like talking about it. So if I say something wrong, please let me know. What was I about to say? With the composition, so they are starting with minor key to set the mood, to be sort of romantic, melancholic, and then it goes into the motivational bit that switches to major scale, but they're both using the same tones, like I was saying. So it's practically it's called relative major minor scales. The real names are actually modes that were adopted maybe in the 16th century by like Western composers, would be probably mostly the church. Before that, there were different modes. That the modes mean you're playing. Practically, you would be playing the same notes, but you start from a different point. So, for example, like for the Dorian scale, if you have like a C major and then Dorian, from that would be starting at D, and you just play to the next D, right? And the same. So when you picture piano on white keys, so you start from a different key and play an octave, and that's a different scale, right? So here you start from C, and you play up to C, and that's the major scale. And if you start from A and you play up to A, in the next octave, you're playing a minor scale because the third step is half step. And one of the key aspects of, if somebody asked me about like Western music, like to describe Western music in 2 words, I would probably say leading tone. Leading tone is the tone between the 7th and 8th, so the octave, in a major scale, and that's practically resolving tension, and a lot of harmony, and practically some of the modifications to the minor scales, like the melodic and harmonic scales, practically are all centered around the leading tone. And they're very cleverly playing minor scale, and then they do the resolution to as in the leading tone resolution to major, to like C. Um, I think they're dropped maybe a half tone, so it would be like their tuning would be like E flat, right? And the scale would be C flat, I think, or something like that. Um, but anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm no professional, so and I haven't really researched it. So that's what I think. That's my understanding of the world. So please feel free to let me know if that makes no sense. Anyway, I think I will. There's tons and tons of stuff that I could be talking about here. I just loved that song, and then I went and started looking at their current stuff, and I don't know if I went back to see Evolve, or if maybe I don't know if Choke was already out. But anyway, yeah, there's no contest. I just went and looked at everything I could, and I've done so ever since. So I hope this wasn't too crazy here. I ramble a little bit, but um, let me know how you first got exposed to the band, and if you're a long-term supporter, there are those who practically funded their first couple of albums, right? So this is from their first album, I believe. So thank you very much to those people. We wouldn't have them. So thank you. And like I was saying, if you want to support me, there is a Ko-Fi and Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description. And you can click on the like, and if you want to subscribe, I will be posting probably once a week or so. Right now, I just started. I have no idea what my capacity is going to be. So with the requests, I would probably not commit to anything. So if you want to suggest something, please do, but I don't expect it to be done the same week or something like that. I may get there. I may let everybody know where we're at after a couple of weeks or a month that I know what my time and energy allows. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.